it down! Put it down now! Put the thing down!
That was 51-year-old dental assistant Gerard Thai. Thai's got property that criminals just cannot seem to get enough of.
Hey, get the No. I'll just leave this. I'm not ready. No, yeah, you were. I got you. No.
I didn't even. I
don't give a
move it away from me, bro. That's it. That's it.
Yeah?
What do you think I was trying to do?
I don't know what you were trying to do, dude, but you know what? You're trespassing. First of all, you're trespassing.
I am doing that. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. I am trespassing.
And now joining Law and Crime After Hours is Gerard Thai. Gerard, what's up? Thanks so much for coming on.
Likewise.
All right, so take me through what just happened in the video we just played, which, by the way, has 7 million views on YouTube.
So when I had my first real incident where somebody had attempted to steal my neighbor's motorcycle, it wasn't mine, it was my neighbor's. I had the parking lot footage and I tied it with the footage inside the garage. And I posted it on YouTube, and then first I posted it on Facebook on my profile, and then also in the Wallingford Fremont Community Forum. And it got a lot of reaction from just the people in the area. Just some people said that what I was doing was not right. I should have just called the police. A lot of people were praising my actions, and the biggest praise was obviously from my neighbor, whose motorcycle did not get stolen that day. So I decided to upload it onto my YouTube.
So you show up with a gun. Did the one guy in the video actually start arguing with you at some point?
No, actually, if you just, the moment you hear the racking of the slide of the gun, the gun I had was a 45, a very big one. It was loud. They heard it right when I racked the chambered the first round. I just all ran. The guy threw his arms up and went, and that's the first encounter I've ever had where I've ever had to pull my weapon on a person with the safety off and ready to discharge it. I was ready to go. I was scared.
A lot of the comments on your video are pointing out that there was a second guy standing behind you who you didn't notice. Did you see him?
So it's interesting. People have pointed that out to me. It's like, did you know that there was a second person? And I said, I did not know that there was a second person. I had no idea until I walked into the garage. So if you can't see it on the video because for some reason the outside camera didn't really catch what the interaction between us, which was the greatest interaction. You can hear it, but you can't see it. Right when I caught him in the corner of my eye, I walked all the way out into the parking lot. So I had nothing between me and them. I had the parking lot. I was between, they had 3 people in the car, and then my apartment. So I had an out, figured that one out right away. But if you can't, what you don't hear or what you don't see is what you can hear. The guy said he was just going back there to go to the bathroom, take a piss. And I was like, I don't care. You don't belong here. And that's not what you're doing, because people don't come into people's garages to take a piss and then try to steal the ring camera off the wall.
So there's another video on your YouTube that has a ton of engagement that went super viral. It's you showing up with a gun in a red thong bikini. Could you take us through that video too?
Put it down! Put it down now! Put the thing down!
It's so funny. People laugh because I'm going down there in my underwear. Well, I've never been subject to this kind of threat to my property, my person, or anything else. So I've always kept my guns locked in a safe. I have a pretty good sized safe in my apartment, and I've got, several firearms in there. And when I was woken up at 3:30 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, I was in my right mind and I couldn't figure out the code, and I'm watching them live on my phone, and I entered the code like 4 times. Finally, I got it open, and the gun is already loaded and magnetized to the door, and that's the first one I grabbed. If I would have waited to put pants on, that bike would have been gone. So it is interesting that a lot of people make comments about, oh my God, he's in his underwear. And then there's just, it's just a big joke. People are, oh, I'm the bikini bandit, or I'm, I got to tell you, I was so scared and so nervous. I don't know if you're never going to be able to see that in just the video, but it is the second closest I've come to discharging my firearm on somebody.
Gerard, is this all a coincidence, or are you just the unluckiest person ever that people keep trying to steal your stuff?
So I think what it is, and I've said this over and over and over, it happens all the time. And it's happening everywhere. I see the posts on the Ring app. I see the posts on Facebook. I see the posts on Instagram, Reddit. I'm just one of those few that gives a window to what's happening, because everyone's like, oh, my car got stolen, or oh, my motorcycle got stolen. Well, did you catch? No, because I don't have cameras and I don't have GPS. I have GPS trackers now on my bikes and my car. So I think it's everywhere. It's rampant. But I'm one of the few that's providing a window to what's happening. And the reason why my videos, I think one of the reasons why my videos are so popular in this community is because not only am I providing a window to what's happening, but I'm also doing something about it. I'm not just going to sit back and say, we'll call the police.
Gerard Thai, thanks so much for coming on Law and Crime After Hours, and please stay safe. We'd love to have you back on. Appreciate it.
Likewise. A pleasure being here.
All right, and that does it for this edition of Law and Crime After Hours podcast. Mikey Deininger is our video editor. Bobby Zoki is our YouTube manager, and I'm Sam Goldberg. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.